thought it was a fitting way for our seniors to go out in kind of a grinding physical game. I think that kind of defines who they have been throughout their careers here. We did a much better job in the second half of attacking at the rim. Got a little carried away with the threes in the first half. But we corrected that, and when we started attacking the rim, we started getting the free throw line. That was a big difference in the game.
I thought your game tonight was a synopsis of your whole year, so kind of trying to figure it out early on. Three ball isn't there, and it kind of clicks into place down the last 5 minutes, and like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and also, you know, to hold them to 21%, 22% from the field in the second half. I thought we did a pretty darn good job on Nike in the second half, and we put bodies around Bam enough that he struggled to finish a little bit too. So, and we did a good job of chasing him off the arc. He didn't get any of those pick and pop threes. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a character win. I think our guys have character. I think they've got a lot of fight in them. Let's keep this thing rolling as long as we can.
Coach, you mentioned to me yesterday about the revenge tour. How does it feel that you came out on the positive end of that one?
We had a few dates canceled in there, but yeah, no, it was worthwhile. It was always feels good to be able to. You don't always get a chance in life to go back and correct an error, and obviously we had to look at a lot of ugly tape in order to get back to where we wanted to get to.
How impressive is it for a freshman who's supposed to play 30 games in the final game of the regular season? A lot of freshmen.
Why did take him out?
Stumbling a little bit of a wall.
Well,
Just keep going.
yeah, we purposely tried to pace him earlier on. I thought I wasn't worried about his wind, his legs, his lungs. I was worried about the physical damage he'd endure, and we're certainly past the time of the year where we have to worry about that. It's everything we got now. But yeah, it's very impressive. He does a lot of things very impressive. He could be a really, really good one.
You see young guys like Jason, Connor playing that key minutes like that. Connor up by like 7 minutes a game this year. Really well. How excited does it make you for not only the rest of whatever you have this season, but the future?
Well, that was tough too, because you know, in order to put Gavin back in there, I had to sit, or to put Connor back in there, I had to sit Gavin a little bit more. I really didn't want to do that on senior night, but I just thought the energy that Connor brought on both ends of the court was just tangible. I thought he really brought us a spark. So we needed a spark. But yeah, it's encouraging to see. You know, I think you look out there, and as we're going down the stretch, you got a lot of guys that have a lot of basketball left in them. It's exciting.
You know where you're playing at?
Yeah, Northern Illinois.
So the revenge tour continues, right?
Giordano's Pizza too. It's big. It's really good.
But seriously, is that the carrot you hang out there? This was a team we played twice tough, didn't get it done.
I don't think we'll probably need to say a whole lot. We certainly will go back and revisit that second game in particular. First one was so long ago that I still had a suntan from Jamaica in that one. So.
So do you care at all about All-MAC honors? And then furthermore, is Jason Carter first team All-MAC?
Oh, I think he is. I'm really, really biased, but I think he is. I think he's as good as anybody out there, to be honest with you. And I think I'd like to see him honored, but honestly, I'd like to see it for him. And you know what? He'd say, I really don't care. That's part of what makes him him. That's part of why I kind of wanted it for him, honestly.
How proud are you of the person that Phil Taylor's become, but also the player he's become, especially over these last 2 weeks?
Oh, it's without a doubt, it's why I love my job, is to see guys like that progress in every aspect of their life. I mean, regardless of all the wonderful plays he had down the stretch, the biggest moment of his life is going to come in May when he walks across that stage as a first-generation college student that went to a high school where the college graduation rates aren't great. Doug beat some odds and came to us a little rough around the edges. I don't think we've got him all the way sanded off, but he's a very easy guy. If you work with him on a daily basis, he's a very easy. Him and Gavin both are very easy guys to cheer for. Period. They're just, yeah. I mean, it's amazing, absolutely amazing.
How easy is it to rely on Jason Carter? Night after night he comes back, puts up 15 points, 20 points, 26 points.
Yeah, he can get you in a lot of different ways, and we're just scratching the surface for how we can use him. You know, it's funny, but in a lot of ways, he was probably more meant to play with a guy like Ben than with Doug, but he's just always found a way. And they've been a real formidable force inside, down the stretch here. I mean, you look at our box scores recently, and you're getting 30, 35 points from a 4 and a 5. Throw in Ben on a given night. I mean, it's been really consistent. Those are positions that not a lot of mid-majors score from consistently. If you have that, that's a real plus, and we've had it down the stretch here.
What did it mean for you to get a win tonight for those seniors?
A lot. And like I said, it's a little bittersweet because I would have liked to have played Gavin more than I did. He made some good decisions on some inbounds late, but yeah, I mean, you can't sit in a room with those two, and you guys have all been around them. You've seen them. They're very likable people. They don't have any air about them whatsoever in terms of arrogance. They've both been willing to do the little things that go unnoticed their whole career. Both been very willing to sacrifice their body at a moment's notice for any given possession in any given game. So, yeah, I'd like to get them more than that win, to be honest with you.
How was your flop received?
Yeah, I took it in the chest, and I was outside the arc. I'm going to tell you right now, I got a charge there. You know what? It's funny. He didn't know what to think. And then he goes, "You've been planning that for a long time." And I said, "No, I honestly got the idea just as you started walking out toward me." So it was nice to pay him back for all those charges. I took a few in my day, too. Usually it was because I was too slow to get out of the way, but I took a few.
How much does it mean to you as a coach that you have a group of players who want to play for you, and that they kept coming back day after day after the 16 losing streak?
Yeah, it reveals their character. Because even if they want to play with me, you still got to pick yourself up and do it. This has been a lot of twists and turns in the season, no question about it. But we've gotten to here. We're playing pretty well. We've got the tournament. And our guys don't want to go home. That makes you dangerous.
How important is it to you to be undefeated on Florida tonight?
To be what?
Undefeated on Florida to Miami. You haven't lost a home Miami, have you?
Oh, I hadn't thought that deep about it. I'm sorry. I tend to get, you need to understand, I'm the kind of person that, my son proclaimed himself, my youngest declared himself champions of the Upward League where they don't keep score. So we went home and we took one of my Coach of the Year trophies from the Summit League and we taped over it and it just said, Upward Championship 2000, whatever it was. So I don't dwell on that. I'm glad we don't lose here to them because I hear about it a little more during the summer if we do, but no, it's a big game because it's Miami. It's a T-shirt game, right? If you make T-shirts about it, it's a big game. And I think we all know what T-shirts we're talking about.